All right. So if you look at these these three fractions, do they have the same denominator? So can we add them together right now? So what do we have to do so that we can add them? All right, what are you going to make as your common denominator? You agree? Okay, so what am I going to have to multiply the k over 2a by? You agree? No, we don't want to cancel them. We want to keep them like they are. And then plus bc over ax squared. What are we going to multiply it by? An x? Is that it? Yes. We're going to multiply it by 2x, which will make it be 2ax cubed, what will be in your numerator. Okay. What do you mean? You could. You'd have 2 to the negative 1, which you don't really want. They want you to keep it as a fraction. What are you going to multiply your third term by? Times 2? Is that it? Okay. Whoops. What would your third term become? Minus what? Do they all have the same denominator now? Okay. Yeah, you could. And so what would our numerator become? Kx cubed plus 2bcx minus 2m. Do you see how that works? Make sure that if you can combine any of these, you combine them. Sometimes you'll be able to combine. That is your answer. You'll see how that works? Did we get rid of a fraction? No, we just combined them. You'll see how that works? Any questions? Okay. For this one, what would be your common denominator? I like to write it somewhere near the problem so that I can remember that's my common denominator. That way, if you've made a mistake with your common denominator, I can say, oh, that's not your common denominator. Does that make sense? See if you can figure out what your fraction would be. Do you have a question? You want to do it? Okay, go ahead. Do what? Spelling? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sarah, go ahead. And if you're still working on it, don't look up at the board until you finish. it out? Do you agree with her? Any questions on this one? Okay. Is that how y'all did it last year? Like multiplied each one? Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Y'all can shorten it to that. If y'all understand how to do that, that's good. She multiplied this one by AK because that's what it was missing in the denominator. Yeah, that's fine if y'all want to do it that way. I don't care. I don't do that anymore. I just like do it in my head now. Hopefully you'll get to where you can do it in your head. Like M times AK. Like not have to write the AK. Yeah, but I mean like you'll get to problems that like they do this and it gets alright, inscribed angle. This is an inscribed angle. It's at the center. What do you notice about this angle measure and that? No, it was just loud. The central angle and the arc, the intercepted arc, are the same. No. Okay, so central angle has its vertex at the center of the circle. And the central angle is always the same as its intercepted arc. We have used but we haven't actually defined them. Yeah, you'll do a little bit. I mean, you'll use this, but then they'll start doing like proofs and why does it work that way? It's more writing. This is an inscribed angle over here on the right. It has its vertex on the actual circle, not at the center. How are the inscribed angle and the intercepted arc related? The 22 and the 44. Yeah. You take this angle and you double it to get your intercepted arc. Do y'all see the intercepted arc? Probably shouldn't have made it blue. Whoops. I need a pen. It's right here. Does that make sense? Yeah, you knew the 22 and double it to get the arc, which is 44. Does that make sense? Have y'all used this before? No? She sees everything that I write down. Yeah. And she hears me right now. Well, she will hear me tomorrow. Yep. Yeah. Arc. I can't make it go away. There's just a C and a period. know. I don't know. I would think it would not be there, but I really don't know. All right. Do you see how many intercepted arcs there are? And they all have the same angle degree, right? 1, 2, 3, all have the same intercepted arc, right? So they all have the same angle measure. Does that make sense? Yes. The center. It doesn't matter. This one, since it has a 44-degree intercepted arc, this angle measures 22. It's half of 44. Yeah, yeah. And so it's just part of a circle. Yeah, yeah. No, it's not the line. It's just the angle of it is 44 degrees. It's not the length, it's the angle measure. Yeah. And so this one is 22 because it's half of 44. And same thing with this one. You see how those work? And then the third one is over here. They all have the same endpoints right here and right here. So they're all going to have the same degree measure. Okay, we'll look at an example in a second. Any inscribed angle whose endpoints are on the diameter make a 90-degree angle. I'll let you write it down and then I'll explain why if you don't understand why it's 90 degrees. What is this arc measure right here? And what do we know about this angle here? It's half of 180. What's half of 180? 90. That's how we know it's a right angle. So anytime you're making a triangle where one side of it is the diameter and the other side is on the circle, you're going to have a 90-degree angle there. Does that make sense? No matter where it is, all three of those make a right triangle. Does that make sense? Okay. So draw the picture and then we'll go over it. You don't see a triangle? That's not necessarily what we're using. It's just showing you where the intercepted arc is. The way that the book does it, to show you like the 5x, they'll do this. To show you that that's the arc that they're talking about. Okay. All right. So we know that this is 40 degrees. So what arc does that tell us? That means this is 80 degrees. Y'all see how that works? Yeah. Y'all see where the 80 came from? Okay. So what do we know about 80 and 5x? Y'all see how that works? No, not 20, not 20, not 20. No, it is 20. Okay. Y'all see how to get the x? Okay. So, yeah, x is 20. Does that make sense? Because this one plus this one equals 180. Two different ways you can work the next one. You can either just plug in 20. You can say 7x plus 40 equals whatever 7 times 20 is plus 40. Or you can do what, Molly? You got two different values for x? You could do either one. Yeah. Either way. So 140 divided by 7, does that still give you 20? So do we probably do it correctly? We got 20 both ways, right? Y'all see how those work? It only asks us to find x, so we could have either done this or you could have done that. Either one. And you can do both to check. They won't care. Not necessarily. It won't always be a whole number. Yes. Yes. What? We will, but we'll get there. Not like, oh wow. No, no, not today. Well, I don't think today. Will it might not, yeah, it might not be until pre-calculus that y'all get to that. I don't remember. But eventually, yeah, you will find the area of this little part right there. Eventually. Okay. So see if you can do this problem by yourself. Add the three fractions. We have two more after this. Just practicing what we already did. That's fine. If you can shorten it to that, go ahead and do it like y'all did last year. I don't ever know how your teacher taught you last year. And so I try and go as basic as possible. Does someone want to go write their answer? Okay, go ahead. Does no one else like going to the board? Do y'all not like going to the board? Know the answer? I hated going to the board when I was young. When I was in school, I hated it. I didn't care. Like I always, yeah. It always made me nervous having to go up to the board to write. I'd be like shaking. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't like public speaking. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Any questions on that one? Okay. See if y'all can do this one. And then Sean's going to the board, I hear. Well, wait. You gotta wait for everybody to work it first before you just go put the answer up there. All right, Sean, you can go ahead. I think most people are almost finished. Yep. Do you agree? Do y'all agree with his answer? Okay, Scott agrees. No, Scott doesn't agree. Okay, Miranda agrees. Now, do you agree? Okay. Any questions there? Do you see what you messed up on? Okay. All right, last one. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's last one. Hopefully you can, what should you start by finding, X or Y? Okay, so hopefully you can find Y. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Did you have a question, Miranda? Oh, okay. Do you agree with Y equals 80? Okay, Y is correct. All right. She said 4x plus 20 equals 80. Okay, so you said that this equals 180. Does this arc by itself equal 180? What do you have to add to it? You said this arc plus y equals 180, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, add 80. That's supposed to say plus 80. Do y'all agree with 20? Any questions there?